In California, wildfires occur every year, but this time the fires in the Los Angeles area turned into a major disaster due to their intensity and spread speed. Fueled by the Santa Ana winds, the uncontrollable flames not only affected nature and residential areas, but also deeply impacted the lives of thousands of people. It was reported that the fires destroyed an area equivalent to 30,000 football fields and caused damage to nearly 10,000 buildings. So, how did this fire start? What factors triggered the fire, and what kind of significant damages did it cause? How will the U.S. be affected by this fire, and what measures should be taken to prevent more wildfires in the coming years? It all started when an observer in the Palisades area saw smoke. The exact cause of the fire is still uncertain. Many possibilities are being considered, from arson to a malfunction in the power lines. However, the lack of rain since the beginning of summer has turned the vegetation almost into a powder keg. In a short period, the fire, with the effect of Santa Ana, winds reaching speeds of up to 160 kilometers per hour, spread from Palisades to the Eaton and Sunset areas. These areas are not only covered by forests, but are also densely populated. The flames became a sudden and major threat to the local community. On days when the temperature reached 20 degrees in January, such a large fire also caught the attention of experts. The intensity of the fire became even more apparent with the thick layer of smoke covering the sky and the ash-filled landscape stretching as far as the eye could see. Homes in the Hollywood Hills, an area where many celebrities live, were especially severely damaged. The fire has caused 10 fatalities so far. Among the deceased are elderly individuals who could not be evacuated and workers close to the fire. The number of injured has exceeded 50. The number of people evacuated due to the fire has reached 180,000. Authorities have warned evacuees not to return to their homes. More than 1,400 firefighters, 30 helicopters, firefighting planes, and specially designed robotic devices are working to bring the fire under control. Support equipment and military aid from Canada are making a significant difference in the fight against the fire. Due to the high wind speed, the teams are putting in intense effort. The extent of the economic damage caused by the fire has not yet been determined. However, it is expected that billions of dollars in costs will arise for repairing infrastructure damage and the destroyed buildings. The burned homes, unusable agricultural areas, and the infrastructure reduced to ashes seem likely to create long-term effects in the country. In addition, the dense smoke and air pollution caused by the fire carry the risk of increasing respiratory diseases in the region. Every year, millions of hectares of forest are destroyed by wildfires around the world. In 2023, 4.5 million hectares of forest were burned globally. So, what is the true cause behind these disasters? And more importantly, what can we do to stop them? The majority of forest fires are human-caused. Studies show that 85% of fires result from carelessness or negligence. Uncontrolled campfires, random cigarette butts being discarded, and the practice of burning stubble in agricultural fields are among the main causes of human-induced fires. The remaining 15% are caused by natural factors such as lightning, volcanic eruptions, and drought. Wildfires not only cause massive destruction in nature, but also threaten human life and the ecological balance of our planet. These fires lead to the destruction of forests and the loss of biodiversity. Moreover, the carbon emissions released by the fires accelerate the global warming process, further deepening climate change. The environmental devastation caused by fires has serious consequences worldwide. For example, the 2019 to 2020 Australian bushfires were among the largest and most devastating fires in history. These fires destroyed approximately 18 million hectares of forest land. This area was nearly the size of the entire country of France. During the fires, 3 billion animals either died or were forced to leave their habitats. The Australian government stated that around 3.5 billion animals were directly affected by this disaster, with some species nearing extinction. Additionally, the smoke created by the fires affected both local and international air quality, leading to a significant increase in respiratory diseases. Wildfires also dramatically increase the carbon levels in the atmosphere. The 2019 to 2020 Australian bushfires led to the release of approximately 830 million tons of carbon dioxide. This amount corresponds to 1% of the annual global emissions. The carbon emissions from the burning forests contribute to the acceleration of global warming and intensify the negative impacts of climate change. Fires also negatively affect soil fertility and the water cycle. In the burned areas, soil structure is damaged, the risk of erosion increases, and water sources can become polluted. Large floods and landslides that occur after forest fires further amplify the scale of this ecological disaster. To prevent these large fires, firefighting efforts alone are not enough. Protecting forests, building fire-resistant ecosystems, and fighting climate change require more comprehensive and sustainable solutions. Scientists predict that wildfires will become more frequent and intense as global temperatures rise by 1.5 degrees. Therefore, in addition to preventing fires, building more resilient forests, protecting biodiversity, and reducing carbon emissions play a critical role in preventing future disasters. So, what can we do to prevent this destruction? Acting cautiously as individuals can make a significant difference. Simple but effective measures, such as avoiding making fires in forested areas, extinguishing and safely discarding cigarette butts, and collecting flammable materials like glass or plastic left in nature play a key role in preventing fires. However, this is not enough. Societal and technological solutions are also needed. Post-fire reforestation efforts are a promising step towards reclaiming nature. However, we must not forget that the most effective solution is to ensure that fires never start. Protecting nature is not only a responsibility, but also the most valuable legacy we can leave for future generations. Every small step taken to prevent fires makes a big difference. Protecting the beauty and life resources that nature offers is in all of our hands. Remember, the care you show to nature is an investment in your future.